got a woman in my house, so I can say this right here. I'm tired of doing what we always been doing. I need you to spice the relationship up. Don't look at me crazy like you ain't never told them. I want you to spice up the relationship. Well, I guess I'll talk to the men here this morning, because my women folk who are always real, they don't want to be real with me this morning. Have you ever heard, I'm tired of just staying at the house. I'm tired of just going out to eat. When can we go on a trip? When can we? I'm going to show y'all what happened. So after a while, Goma got tired of same old same. So she went back, Miss Karen, to her old lovers. She went back to her old lovers, y'all, because she told herself, if you won't do it, I know somebody that will. Y'all acting like even if you ain't said it publicly out your mouth, you thought about that in your brain. What you won't do, I know somebody that will. They might have to pay for it, but they still will do what I need. Yeah. You know, the ones that'll tell you everything you want to hear. Y'all act like y'all ain't never had some guy whisper in your ear and tell you exactly what you want to hear. I even had somebody screenshot me. A fella took a picture of his checking something up. I said, oh my Jesus, did he just pull a granddaddy move out the book? Because he know if one thing won't move you, cash. Oh God, I guess I got some real folk in here now who ready to have some church with me. Don't sit up here and act like you've been holy all your life. Don't sit up here and act like even though you married ain't somebody on the sideline trying to whisper in your ear. Okay, so you know that one that's gonna tell you everything you want to hear. I'm sorry, old school players, but I gotta put it out here. The only reason he's telling you what you want to hear, because you already told him what your husband ain't doing. Ain't nobody gonna holler at me this morning. Ain't nobody gonna holler back at your boy. I wish somebody holler back at your boy and say, preach, black man. I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can. Okay, y'all, check this out. Chapter 3, verse number 1. The Lord spoke to him and said, go yet.
Yes. Oh my God.
Go yet. Love a woman, beloved of her friend. You see, you got to understand this here. This woman was not considered to be his wife anymore, because she stepped outside. You come on up here, boss. Because she stepped outside the relationship. And I want to let everybody know that this goes the same thing for man. Anytime you step outside of your relationship, you are technically not with your spouse anymore. Some of y'all think because I'm a man, I can do as I please and I'm still married. It don't work like that. Some of y'all think because I'm a woman and I cook and clean and I take care of my household, I can do as I please. It don't work like that. If you were to go back to the word in 3:1, the Lord spoke to him. The Lord didn't have to speak to nobody else and tell him what to do in his household. But the Lord spoke to him and said, go yet love woman beloved of her friend. Go yet means, and I'm about to get happy, go yet means he isn't through with his object. Yeah. Go yet means the Lord isn't through with his object. Look at your neighbor and say, go yet. That's the wrong one. Look at your neighbor and say, go yet. Turn around and look at the other neighbor, because I don't know what's going on with y'all. I think it's because we got new paint on the outside of the walls. Y'all don't want to give God no praise this morning. But look at your neighbor and say, go yet. I'm sorry, can you stand up on your feet and look at the other neighbor and say, go yet. Go yet means, ladies and gentlemen, he ain't done with me yet. Go yet means he ain't done with me yet. Do I have anybody in here who can just testify and say, I know God ain't done with me yet. I might have a cousin this, y'all. Because it gets worse. It gets worse. It gets worse. Then he goes back to get his sweet thing. I had to think on that, man. She done all this here. And everybody know about it. It's bad when your mama even know about it. And your mama know about it.
Everybody know about it.
But the word says he went back and got his sweet thing. Not only did he go get her back, he bought her back. Woo. It's bad when you got to go buy something back that left you. Oh, have mercy. Oh, okay. I guess I get a little deeper. She cost him, y'all heard me read this in the word, 15 shekels of silver, which is a total of $9.60. Barley, that was a total of $63, which is a grand total of $72.60. He bought her back for half the price of a going slave. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. When he bought her back, she was dressed in rags. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. When he bought her back, nobody else wanted her in town. Only because, brother, she was passed around like a football. When he bought her back, his own mama said, baby, I wouldn't do that. If she did it one time before, she'll do it again. But he bought her back because his love was unconditional for her. He bought her back because he said, when I took those vows, that was a serious, most personal statement. Woo! She was dressed in rags, y'all. She had been passed around the community. Everybody had her. Everybody had her, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Do you know some folk that everybody done had? Oh, Lord, that's the picture I need to be in your head right now. But still, the one that married her accepted her back. Gomer was not unwanted by any of her past lovers. Watch this, y'all. She wasn't desired by any of them. I think y'all missed that. That old flame that's trying to hook back up with you, he only wants you for a short period of time. But the one that God has placed you with wants you for the rest of his life. That's why some days I know I might be aggravating. I know I might upset my spouse from time to time. But when the money left, the honey's left. When the cars got broke down, I don't care about preaching about myself, because I know a house I'm going back to. But if you just begin to do a mini Ripperton and look back down memory lane, you can say the same thing about yourself. When everybody left you, there was one person that stayed there with you. Whoa! We gonna keep it moving, y'all. We almost out here. Watch this, y'all. Now, I'm worried about how Hosea felt. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Now I had to wonder how this whore felt. How she felt. We used to raise dogs back in the day, and yes we did. And when a dog do wrong, they come back in the yard with their head down. I ain't trying to call nobody no dog here this morning, but have you ever done wrong and you know you did wrong? You come back in the house hoping don't nobody say nothing. I guess some of y'all ain't never came in the house late before, and you know you was supposed to be there a certain time, and baby, maybe you wasn't doing nothing, but you understand, it seemed like I was out doing something. So when you come in the house, you slide in the bed, hoping they don't. I guess I'm preaching to myself this morning, Reverend. Have you ever done something that you know was outside not only the will of God, but outside the will of your spouse? So now I begin to wonder, ladies and gentlemen, how did Gomer feel? I can see Gomer saying right now, how can this man love me again after all I've done to him? After I stepped outside our relationship, how can he still love me? After I slept with his uncle, how can he still love me? After I sold my very own body that was supposed to be for him, how can he love me? How can he love me after all the lies I told? How can he love me after all the tale I sold? How can he? Because I see her being that dog that's coming back in the house with her head down. She knows she was wrong, but she found herself trying to get it right. I guess most of y'all ain't never been in the doghouse before. Well, I done been in the doghouse. Not one time, not two times, but I done been in the doghouse over and over and over again. So I can verify, as a matter of fact, I can identify what karma is going through. But the Lord wanted me to put on your mind this morning, before I take my seat, if the truth be told, all of us are just like Gomer. If the truth be told, all of us done did some things we not proud of. If the truth be told, all of us done did some shameful things. But thanks be to sweet Jesus, who was on my side. When the enemy tried to come upon me, he stumbled. God wanted me to leave this on y'all, and I'm gonna be out of here. God said all of us we just like Noah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we can say, God still loves me. That's personal, y'all. God still loves me after all I've done. After all the people I wasn't supposed to sleep with. I ain't talking about the ones he told me wouldn't nobody find out about. But I'm talking about the ones I wasn't supposed to